Used to be when people talked about the end of the world, we locked them up or laughed them off. Sometimes both. But we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning, with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son. This boy had no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny. It nearly cost him his life.
Hey guys, I'm ACIII and welcome back to another tryout. Today's tryout is on Assassin's Creed 3. And if you look closely, there's not a computer here anymore. I finally got a thing to put it under this desk, so it's not being a big honker thing over here. So you can get a little better look at the wall back here. A little more going on over here, visually. So this will be the first video going up that I recorded after doing that. So, figured I'd mention it here. But, we're here to talk about Assassin's Creed 3. I remember this game being received kind of poorly when it came out. Maybe that's just my poor memory. But, then I was looking at reviews the other day, and everyone was talking about how great the game is. So, I mean, that stuff changes over time. But I think it was on the remastered that I was looking at reviews, the remastered version. But so I played the Xbox 360 version because that's the version that I have. And while I've played in the past, I've played all of Brotherhood. I've played Assassin's Creed 2 some, and I've played some of 4, Black Flag. I don't think that 3 plays quite as well as those games did. Maybe it's just Haytham Kenway that plays like that, and when you get further in and you're playing as Connor instead, it's a little bit better, but I don't know exactly what it is about it. It just doesn't feel as I remember the other games feeling gameplay wise. In addition to it not quite playing the way I'd like it to, there's some weird UI choices, like every loading screen is this bright white screen, and so while it didn't really bother me, my girlfriend was sitting watching me playing it, and it was bothering the heck out of her that every time it had to load in a new cutscene or nothing. I'm playing on the Series X, so the loading times are probably shorter than what they were on the 360. So every time it switched to another cutscene or whatever, there'd be this big white screen, and then it's gone. And I don't know if that was the case in other games. I don't remember, but that's not the part that stood out to me the most. What stood out to me the most was when I got into like the menus, like the shop menu and stuff, and I was buying something, and there's these flashes of thunder on this dark background. I was like, why are we doing that? It makes it hard to focus on what I'm supposed to be doing here. And there's this thunder flashes all over the place, and it's like, go away, don't do that, just let the menu be. It doesn't have to be this ultra dynamic thing. It can be a more static background, and that's fine. I don't know. Maybe that's just my opinion. I just think that's a bit distracting and silly. Plus, like, there's some changes in the UI elements on the screen from 2 and Brotherhood. So, I don't remember if they were brought back for 4. I'd have to check. It's been a minute since I played that. But I just remember on 2 in Brotherhood, you had all of the buttons with their stuff listed on screen in like the bottom corner, where it's like told you what each button did, and now it's just A and B. So I don't know. It doesn't give you the contextual prompts on screen at all times anymore. So there's just some weird changes to the UI there. And then also Desmond has just a almost entirely different face than he did in the previous games. Like, it's just like a longer, he's just got more face. I don't know what's up with that. That's a weird change. He looks like an entirely different character. Maybe there's something in 3 about that, but I doubt it. Don't know what that's about. I mean, I haven't played Revelations. I read a novelization of the ACIII storyline in Revelations, but that doesn't help me understand what happened in the modern times parts of that game. Oh yeah, the modern times parts of Assassin's Creed 3. It's based on like the sort of 2012 Doomsday thing. So it really dates the game. And I mean, I guess that like when your game is set in current year, the year it comes out, it's going to be outdated like that, but it's sort of just extra dates that game.
Approaches December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be when it does.
The game isn't, like, terrible by any means, but this opening, I played like an hour and a half or so, is very limiting in what you can do. And it doesn't feel like it's putting you in levels and coaxing you through these levels. It's just sort of, you start in London, and you do a little thing in London, and that's kind of fun. It doesn't make any sense. It's really silly and doesn't make any sense. But, okay, that was kind of cool. And then you spend like an extended period of time on a boat going across the Atlantic Ocean. And it's like, okay, sure, that makes sense. It does take a long time, I guess, but I don't know why you'd have to make me go through that a little bit. And then you get to Boston, and you're not really intended to, like, go around and do what you would normally do in an Assassin's Creed game, you know? There's no, like, synchronized points to go open up the map so you can see what you're doing, go around, or whatever. You sort of still kind of being pulled along a main storyline, even though you are now kind of in the bigger map where you have all of this stuff that you can potentially do, you know? Like, there's a couple side quests that I found. And I just don't like, I feel like this opening, while interesting, especially knowing, like, the twists of it, it just doesn't, it's just very, like, slow and, like, okay, this isn't really what I expect out of Assassin's Creed at this time period, back in the day on this, so I don't know, you're sort of being really slow and extra linear right now. I don't know, I just probably not gonna play anymore, not gonna finish it myself. I've already uninstalled it, I believe, I'm just not that interested, so I guess it fails. Like, again, I remember this game being really negatively received when it came out back in the day. And maybe, again, that's just my memory. I don't think it's that bad. It's, you know, just another Assassin's Creed game. But, like, I think I'd personally prefer to play 2, Brotherhood, Black Flag, you know, one of those games instead. That's just my opinion on the matter, so. That's the video. Go to the description to find links on my places. I guess all sorts of them. Like the video if you liked it, dislike the video if you didn't. Subscribe if you want to keep with this channel. Subscribe if you want to keep with this and other shows. Leave a comment. Have you played Assassin's Creed 3? Do you remember there being significant negative opinion about this game when it came out? That's my memory. Maybe I'm wrong. Do you like Assassin's Creed games? I like some of them. Tell me in the comments. Share the video. Do the things. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Look, I don't want to argue. In fact, I need a favor.
Oh, this is rich.
I suspect some of the men intend to mutiny.
Really? What a surprise.
As I cannot trust any of them, I am compelled to turn to you.
And why should I help you?
Because if they do intend to betray, I'm the only hope you have of reaching America alive. Well, what will it be?
If what you say is true, what other choice do I have?
Think.
But let me be clear. Should you ever dare to insult or threaten me again, I'll not hesitate but to cut off your head myself. Are we understood? Excellent. Good day.